The owner of Topshop on the brink of collapse. Good evening. The owner of high street fashion chains Topshop, Dorothy Perkins and Burton's is on the verge of collapse tonight, risking around 13,000 jobs. Sir Philip Green's retail empire Arcadia could enter administration as soon as Monday as it seeks loans to see it through Christmas. Well, the company says the coronavirus lockdowns have pushed it to the edge of insolvency, but its shops are still due to open next week when England's lockdown ends. Well, Sports Director owner Mike Ashley has told ITV News he's interested in buying all the brands. Our consumer editor Chris Choi has the latest. Well, to the coronavirus outbreak itself now, and official figures suggest the epidemic is no longer growing in the UK. The R number, which represents how many extra people an infected person passes the virus on to, is below 1 for the first time since August. And that's given more fuel to opponents of new tough restrictions for large parts of England from next Wednesday. Dozens of Tory MPs are objecting to the Prime Minister's new tiers and are threatening to rebel when they are voted on next week, as our political correspondent Libby Vina explains. Wales is introducing further lockdown measures too from next week. Pubs, restaurants and bars will face new restrictions in the run-up to Christmas. Our Wales correspondent Rupert Evelyn is in Newport. Well, tougher restrictions have been introduced in Northern Ireland too in a bid to slow the spread of the virus. The 5-day break from the rules over Christmas will be welcomed by many, but government scientists have set out a list of things to avoid. They warn against hugs, handshakes, singing or playing board games. And there are fears the easing of restrictions could double the number of people with the virus. Our health editor Emily Morgan is here. Emily, doubling of the virus. I mean, that sounds really worrying, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. This has come out in a document called Notes on a Bathroom for each household. Of course, that's if you have more than one loo.
Thank you. A new revolutionary blood test which can detect up to 50 different types of cancer is to be trialled by the NHS. Around 165,000 people will take part in the pilot programme in England. It's aimed at catching the disease early and preventing unnecessary deaths. And Rebecca Barry reports. A former porter at Great Ormond Street Hospital has admitted a string of sexual offences against boys over 35 years. 55-year-old Paul Farrell worked in various roles at the hospital from 1994 until his arrest earlier this year. Well, Martha Fairley is outside the hospital tonight. Martha, what more do we know? Still to come on the ITV Evening News. But first, the people of Sunderland paid their last respects today to a local who captured the beauty of the city and its landmarks. Dean Matthews, a talented football and landscape photographer, died after catching coronavirus earlier this month. Well, hundreds turned out for his funeral to say goodbye, as Damon Green reports. Finally said he will leave the White House if Joe Biden is formally confirmed as US president. The Duchess of Cambridge has helped highlight a big rise in the number of parents reporting loneliness during the pandemic. A survey of 500,000 people for her Royal Foundation also found that parents are twice as likely to feel uncomfortable asking for help. It was part of a study into the crucial early years of a child's life. And in a passionate speech, Kate said it had been a hugely challenging year for everyone. Here's our Royal Editor, Chris Shipp. Leeds United have named a stand at Elland Road after club legend Jack Charlton, who died in July. And finally, tonight, to the hero plumber who spent thousands of pounds helping elderly and disabled people during the pandemic. James Anderson won't accept a penny as he repairs boilers and installs baths. Well, in the late... Oh, what a legend. And that's it. Tom will be here at the later time of 10:20. But from me and all the evening news team, bye-bye. Well, an official report warned today that up to 1,400 people in Hampstead could be at risk of being killed by flooding. An inspector says the 300-year-old dams in place to protect Hampstead Heath's ponds from overflowing won't be enough to stop extreme floods. He says new dams are vital, but many who live there don't want to see taller dams in their area, as Martin Stew reports. OK, weather now. Here's Martin again with the forecast. Well, that is it from the London team this evening. But once again, you can look up what's been happening in the capital on our website. Head to itv.com/London. That is it for now. We're back on air tomorrow with updates during daybreak. Good night.